It's time to wake up to the livest show on your radio. It's the Beat Break Morning Show with Sean Garvey and the crew.
Nominated for the hottest internet online radio show of 2013
by the ATL's Hottest Entertainment Awards, courtesy of Passy Entertainment. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram
at Beat Break Radio.
Four Eyes.
Yeah,
in the building.
Beat Break Radio. Let's get it.
Thank you.
Exclusive.
Woo!
I am very happy to be here.
What is that moment? We got Four Eyes in the building, man. What's good, homie? What's good? What's happening?
Man, chilling like a villain named Nate McMillan. You know, I stay right down the street. I'm over there by Zach Recording, Upstairs Studios, Eclipse.
You better have some stalkers.
Stalkers. I mean, that's cool.
That's cool.
As long as they can handle it, I'm a lot to stalk.
Wow, that is what's up, man. Four Eyes in the building, man. We gotta holler at you, man, after this commercial break. We're gonna jump into this quick commercial break. We gotta play the Black in the Day segment. We gotta play the Black in the Day first, and then we're gonna jump into this exclusive interview with Four Eyes. Because wait till you hear this song, Blue Eyes. It's gonna take you all the way back.
He said Blue Eyes.
I'm sorry.
You're looking at me.
I'm looking at Four Eyes. I'm looking at Blue Eyes.
I just
I like that. Blue Eyes.
I like Frank Sinatra or something.
But yo, when you hear this record, Blue Rocks, you're gonna be like, OMG, man.
All
right, so we're gonna definitely get it in, man. It's your boy Sean Garvey in the building with
More Than Ashley.
Blue Rocks.
And Four Eyes chilling like a villain.
All right.
And DJ
G-Wiz.
There we go.
Oh yeah, we still got a G-Wiz in the building, man. We still got him in the building.
You know, like I just told G-Wiz, you know, he don't got to talk with his mouth because he's a DJ, so he talk with his hands.
Right.
So
very laid back.
Very laid back.
That's how we get it in. All right, y'all, stay tuned. Keep your dial locked. It is the Beat Break Radio. Let's go.
This DJ G-Wiz, and you're listening to the Beat Break.
Beat Break Radio. FM, Atlanta's new underground station. Online 24/7 at BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
The Beat Break is sponsored in part by Dark Knight Entertainment. Watch DKE TV weeknights on GSTVonline.org and People TV. Comcast, Channel 24.
Hit us up on Twitter.com/Beat Break Radio. We got my man Four Eyes in the building, man. Four Eyes, man. So let the people know what you've been doing lately, man. What have Four Eyes been getting into?
I've been getting into a lot of shenanigans, a little bit of exploits as far as marketing and promoting myself. I have to pimp myself, and I'm my own prostitute, so it's like a 2-in-1, you dig? Man, it's marketing, promotion, networking, politicking. Got the new mixtape hosted by Don Cannon, the Off the Top Rope. Just got the new, thank you kindly. And then, you know, you could download it for free at the website, new website design at 4eyes.com. That's the number 4ize.com. Go on and get you some of the latest and the greatest, all that good 4 Eyes you're digging, and stay abreast of all my latest activities. And then, you know, we got the Little Brother show. I'm opening up for Little Brother at the Loft next month, August 14th. That's going to be a spectacular demonstration as well. You know, we're going to have Senor Kaus out there. Binkus is opening up. Dylan's opening up. And it's going to be a good, you dig, man. It's nice when Atlanta hip-hop is represented properly because, you know, everybody think it's just Waka Flockas and Soldier Boys down here. But
I'm glad you brought that up, man. What do you think about those cats, man? The Waka Flocka, the Soldier Boys, all of them, man. Like, be honest, because we keep it real on the Beat Break Radio show.
Hey, man, it's a lot of cockeyed, buck-toothed women in the world, but I don't try to have sex with them. You know that that don't mean that somebody else ain't gonna be attracted. So instead of knocking them for being the way they are, just give people the room that they need to be themselves, the same way you would want somebody to give you that room. So I just let them do what they do, and I do what I do, and we'll meet somewhere in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
I have my preferences, man. I was raised on Tribe, Wu-Tang, Common. You know, I like producers like No ID, Pete Rock. But, you know, like I've been in Atlanta for 10 years now. So, like and, you know, I'm from the Midwest. So I like music from everywhere. As long as it's good, you know, I'm not going to trip. You know, so I like T.I. is really dope as hell to me right now as a lyricist. Like, I really give Drake a lot of respect. I mean, he light-skinned and all, but I ain't gonna knock dude for being light-skinned.
You can't knock that, right? Just,
yeah.
You know,
so, you know.
it's not his fault.
Yeah, I just appreciate good quality music, you know, when it's there. And, you know, some folks got it, some folks don't. But you know, you can't hate a dude that got a fine broad and you be looking at him like, dude, how you get that broad? Like, what are you doing with her? Working, hustling, saying the right things, even if it was lying, swindling, cheating. He did it.
He doing
it, and you know, he got to have that look, and he fits the look. And that's a big thing, is a lot of people's caught up with the illusions. As long as something look a certain part, then they were willing to, you know, run and attach themselves to it. So, you know, with me trying to be all about substance, I tend not to run and rush into the illusions as fast as everybody else. But, you know, you can only lead a horse to water. You can't make him drink.
Mm-hmm. So I'm glad you brought that up. What does it take to be an ill lyricist? I mean, cats think, you know, they see these rappers on TV, you know, they got the money, the clothes, the women, and all that other stuff. But, you know, some of these cats, man, that cannot rap worth a lick. But what does it take, just from your experience, because I know you've been in the game for a minute, what does it take to be an ill MC?
Knowledge is a good portion of it, because what you've been through and what you know, you want to share that and pass that on to other people. When people hear you talk, they can tell whether you really done it or you just kind of talking about it because you saw somebody else do it. Like, it comes out in your music, in your creations. And overall, I believe, you know, it's with anything. The reason why I think Kobe's the best basketball player right now is because he puts the time in. You know, his wife be trying to, come to bed, come on to bed. He be like, no, I can't do that. He go to the gym and he starts shooting some jumpers. You know, his hand be all messed up. He still be working on his crossover. It's like putting the extra time and effort in. And then you got to be a student of the game. You got to study the artists that really came out and put everybody on. You got to study the artists that's in the game now. You got to study the failures. You got to study the successes. You really got to get into. And then, you know, I'm a movie buff, so then I watch a lot of movies. You got to make sure you watch the movie repeatedly, so then when you get the line, and if you say the line, you got to say it just like they said in the movie. You can't just say it just because you saw the movie. You got to say it and really go, would you just taste the soup? And then if you say it right in the flow, where it just comes in and it's nostalgic to where it reminds people of the exact moment in time in which they saw that movie, then it's just like an orgasm. And that's what I really think it's about, is giving the audience an orgasm. And
so you already got Ashley, like, I see the expression on your face, Ashley. But go right ahead, my man.
Well, I mean, you know, a lot of women don't have the privilege of receiving orgasms these days, and I believe it's the same way with the consumers. They don't have the privilege of having that good music that they need to really give them goosebumps and give them, you know, that pure essence, that vibration of substance that'll make them even want to mention it to somebody else or pass it on to generations down the line.
There you go. And that's real talk right there. Yeah. Ashley, you want to say something?
I disagreed with what he just said a few minutes ago.
You disagreed?
I said I'm agreeing with him.
Oh, you agreeing with him?
A few minutes ago.
Right after he used the word orgasm.
Hey, man, I'm an intelligent idiot. You got to be able to bait people in. You know, I could speak a whole bunch of dignified words, you know, that might go over somebody's head, but then at the same time, you got to bring it back down, keep it level. So then, you know, I'll say something like titties or something like that, and then people be like, then you get everybody's attention again. So it's just, you know, balancing out. You throw a couple soliloquies, little metaphorical, technological.
Say that word again.
Soliloquy?
See? He said it right.
How is it normally said?
You know where we at. You've been here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, man. But yeah, it's always about that balance. That's my big thing, especially being from Chicago, hard-working, blue-collar city, and then coming down here to ATL where, surprisingly enough, everybody work down here hard as shit, but it's just like...
Whoa, we got to watch the language, man.
Oh, stuff, my bad. I was only under the assumption that this was live.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, this is Love 860 AM, man. This ain't satellite internet radio, man. But.
My bad. I was confused. There was just so many pimps and players outside that I just walked up in here assuming that I was back on the west side of Chicago. Please forgive me.
Oh, man, it's all good. We got my man 4 Eyes in the building, man. Holler at us, love860.com. We getting in. Also, hit us up, twitter.com/Beat Break Radio, man. Now, of course, you know, not too many people know about the situation a couple of years back with you and Luda, you know, of course, back for the first time. That was the first time I heard you on the album, and you ripped it.
Thank you, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Thank you, sir.
Like, I don't know if you want to go back to memory lane, if you don't, you know, want to. But, you know, let the people know that do not know or not aware about the situation that happened between you and DTP and Ludacris and all them.
Okay, well, without even making it into a situation, I'll just tell you what happened. I came down here from Chicago because I knew Ludacris, who was Chris Lover, working for the radio station. And off the rip, I knew that if I made a song that my homeboy would play it on the radio, if I got, to that point. But he was also, doing his thing, had a Def Jam situation when he released his album independently. He sold 20,000, 30,000 units. The major label came to get him. The song that we had together that was on his original album, Incognito, once it got picked up and then turned into Back for the First Time, we kept the song on there. He did 3 million. I ain't gonna say out the gate, but pretty much, his first time out,
Right.
3 million.
So then it was all good. Second album, Word of Mouth. We did another beatbox freestyle joint. That one did 3 million. And from there, it's just been filling in the gaps of people hearing Four Eyes, hearing about Four Eyes, but not really seeing or having access to Four Eyes. And a good portion of that was me thinking that I was going to have representation that looked out for my best interest, when at the end of the day, it was pretty much me on my own, having to put, the pieces together and make the most of my situation. But, when you got to know better to do better. So instead of blaming or putting anything on anybody else, I'll just say, one, I was real big on not riding nobody's coattails and wanting to stand on my own and kind of make the music that I wanted to make. I really wasn't into compromising when I was 21, 22. I didn't want to do too much of that. So then just not even distancing myself or separating, it was just, same way you have friends, you grow in just different directions. You still grow up together, but you might grow apart only to grow back together again. Vines do that on trees all the time. But for the most part, in me establishing what I wanted to be, who I wanted to be, where I wanted to go, it took me to go off and venture and do some other things independent without disturbing the peace and Ludacris. So then if some folks are familiar with me on MF Doom's Food album with Angelica on that Guinness record, then that'll be, based off of just me branding myself independently. If folks are familiar with those BET Uncut videos that I had with the Firemen, that Smoke With Me and Booty Shaking joint, then they're familiar with me just establishing myself outside of Disturbing the Peace and Ludacris. But then, I always looked at it as I was the red-headed stepchild of Disturbing the Peace. I could always get into the parties and always know when the functions is going on. But then when, the tours are jumping off and, all the major stuff is going on.
Call ain't happening.
Yeah, that's when I got to go the little extra mile to get there or be present. But, it's like I always say, it's all Jesus, because you tend not to know that you walk in the path even when you walk in that path. And it's once you come into the realization of, yourself and where you want to go, that's when the universe will show you really everything that's in front of you and lay it out to where it's like, they'll show you've been on the path. Just keep going. Just keep doing what you've been doing. And you really appreciate those moments. So I'm always super happy to have gone through everything I've been through. I don't regret anything.
You can't regret
it. Yeah, I can't regret it all. I was on MTV battling live, and I lost live on television. And instead of pondering, going, oh man, if I would have won, where I would have been, and it's like, man, don't no battle rapper be successful at all. The most successful battle rapper right now is Eminem.
Right.
Ain't nobody else successful as a battle rapper.
Right, yeah.
And I can name
a lot of battle rappers. But yeah, when it come down to making songs and actually being an artist and contributing and expressing yourself creatively and selling that and giving that to the public, to the consumers, battle rapping really wasn't my thing.
Right.
So then in the transition of leaving behind battle rapping, because that's how I established myself in Atlanta. I was on the freestyle joints on Luda album. I was on MTV battling. So then it was like, let me step away from that and reestablish myself as actual songwriter. So that's what I've been working on, doing songs like a big dog. You can get all this good stuff at 4eyes.com. We got the Illuminated Animals album. We got the Fantastic 4 Eyes album. We got the Ignorant As We Want to Be mixtape with DJ Scorpio, hosted by Emperor Cersei. We got the 10 years of 4 Eyes from 99 to 2009. We got the Off the Top Rope, hosted by Don Cannon. What else? I mean, it's just I try and keep a catalog, or at least a variety for people to, indulge in. It got to be a smorgasbord, if you will, a cornucopia of just delectable items that the people can sink their teeth into.
I like your wordplay.
Thank you, sir.
I really like your wordplay, man, because not too many cats can use big words.
Thank you, sir. Instead of me trying to be like everybody else, I figure I'd just be me and make folks catch up.
Right.
See, I'm out here, I'm a rapper that smiles, I'm a rapper that say it's all Jesus, and I don't go to church. I use big words. I tell you it's important to listen to your parents. I say do your homework. I say go to school, eat your vitamins, say your prayers. I say I'm going to promote all the things that most rappers don't promote.
Right.
They want to promote all the negativity because they think it's cool.
They think.
Yeah, and it's like, no, let me be the first rapper to say, you know what's really cool?
Going to school.
Yeah. Not walking the stage, graduating. Having your family proud of you and being there to see you do something,
what it's about.
You know, with your life. That's really worth promoting.
That's
there.
real talk right there. Blue Rocks, man, I want you to reintroduce who we got in the building, because we got Lola B filming this classic interview, man.
Lola B.
So go ahead and let the folks know who we dealing with right about now.
I want y'all to understand when I say this, and Sean knows, you know, this is one of the people that when I moved to Georgia kept me here.
Yeah, that was very inspiring when you told me that.
I've known Faraz for many years, and this is recently since I've been on this show that I've said this to him. We were actually at the Sneaker Friends convention at the compound. And, you know, in the midst of everything going on, I said it to him, like, you one of the reasons I stayed here. Dude. Like, I would see his stickers on every pole. I was seeing his mix CD everywhere when mix CDs wasn't the big thing.
Man.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
He was marketing, he was moving. You would see it everywhere. And then it was the number 4. I was like, hey,
man,
he got it. So it worked for me. But then to actually hear him, and the consistency to keep going up to today.
Thank you, sir.
You hear a 4 Eyes record right now, you'd be blown away like the first time when I heard him. So everybody, please understand, he's a major staple in Atlanta.
Oh, brother.
Hailing from the Midwest.
Man.
My boy and yours.
Man.
4 Eyes.
Thank you.
4 Eyes in the building, man. We're going to open up the phone lines at 404-355-8699 because we only got a little bit of time left. But we're going to open up the phone lines to all of my listeners, everybody that's listening to us on the AM dial or on the internet. We want you to call in and holler at my man 4 Eyes. We got him in the building. For all of my ATLians, call in at 404-355-8699. And for all of my national callers out there, 1-866-923-2860 is the telephone number for all of my national callers out there. We got 4 Eyes in the building, man. You gotta bless us with a joint next week that can play
that is
on
no
the
problem.
show.
I will definitely do that.
And I want you to tell the folks that we're going to be the only radio station in the country to premiere a 4 Eyes joint.
Well, if that's the case, I could do. I mean, I got such a catalog I could give y'all. It's a De La Soul record with me and Chaos that I could give y'all that ain't nobody else got yet.
Wow.
If y'all
Wait, say that one more time.
Yeah, it's me, Senor Chaos out of Atlanta, and De La Soul over a Morgan the Mexican beat. I got the clean edit I just got today. I can get that to y'all so y'all can bump that next week. And y'all will be the first and only people with that.
Y'all pay attention. Y'all, I mean, we're definitely going to get it in next week.
You know what? It's crazy. G,
what's up?
You got a lot of exclusives to play next week.
Yeah.
Let's have DJ G Wiz come up to the microphone. Let's get him where Ashley was at.
Matter of fact, you come here. I'm gonna go over here
because we almost running out of time and we didn't get a chance to play your to let you get into your mix and all. But we got you next week. Though.
Hey, if I know y'all here now, I live down the street. This is my home now. I will come over here and just set up base camp. I'll just be outside with a campfire, roasting hot dogs, rolling fatties.
Yo, man, DJ G Wiz, man, holler at the people. You can pull your mic up right there, my man. Holler at the people, man. You've been a great trooper since day one when you was here, man, holding things down. Holler at the people right there, man. Any shout-outs, any events that you're going to be performing at this weekend?
I'd say one love going out to all my peoples holding me down. GR Group Unlimited. Man, there's so many people. Denise. Actually, first and foremost, I should say Natasha. I know she's not here, but I'm a hail her. What's up, Blue?
You like, why you gotta mention her name?
Oh, nah, she cool. Big up to Natasha.
Wherever you at.
Wherever you're there. Upon your vacation.
All my Connecticut people, New York, everywhere, Japan.
Yeah, he does Japan a lot.
That's... You know, I got a passport with no stamps on it. I need to get some Japan.
Hey, let me tell you, I was talking about that with Raekwon, because Raekwon just came back from Germany, and he did Russia, and I didn't go to either. And I'm like, yo, man, you slowing up my stamp game. And he didn't understand what I meant until I'm like, my passport, man, I need them stamps, brother. You got to look international level. You know when you pull out your passport and you stamped up, customs just be like, yeah, just see you later.
Yeah.
When you fresh, you on your first page still. They give you that look like
it's like when you get somebody a crisp 20, they hold it up like, is this legit, man?
Word up.
Yeah,
so you got an exclusive 4 Eyes joint with De La Soul coming.
Oh yeah.
You got the Raekwon and Rick Ross record I produced coming.
And that's all next week.
You got a new Blue Rocks record coming.
That's all next week.
And this is all next week.
Oh, I got.
Now,
I gotta come.
I also got an exclusive Special Ed record.
Oh, let me get one shout out to. I'm sorry, before I just my homegirl listening right now, Monica. What's going on with you?
What's up, Monica?
What up, Monica?
All right, but definitely next week we got new joints. We got
new joints.
4 Eyes new joint.
Yeah,
new joints.
All right, Raekwon, Rick Ross, new joint. Blue Rocks new joint.
Special Ed new joint.
Okay. And in the beginning of the show, we're going to have my man DJ G Wiz on the turntables.
Oh, you want to start me off with it?
Yeah, we're going to set it off.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to start at 8:04.
We're going to do it real nice. We're going to do it real nice.
We got to get you in early.
Okay. All right.
Yo, 5 minutes before the top of the hour, the Beat Break Radio Show, live and direct on your radio. This is History in the Making. We got my man 4 Eyes in the building, man. So tell us, man, what's next for you? You got anything coming up next?
Awesomania. The new album about to drop this summer. Well, end of the summer, maybe even fall. It all got to be set up right. The point is, it's called Awesomania, and it's awesome. I got beats by the Justice League. They do Rick Ross stuff. I got Luda verses. Ludacris dropped a killer verse on the record. I got Talib Kweli verse. He snapped off on some, you dig. You know, I got Senor Chaos on something. Got my brother number 2 from the Shy. He representing. I got Ninth Wonder tracks. They super banging. I mean, I got my homeboy Omen. Let me shout out Omen. Omen did that single record for Lil Wayne. He did the intro to my album. I got Big Rube from the Dungeon Family. He doing the spoken word at the beginning of my album on the intro. So I had to surround myself with a series of awesome things, as you understand. So when I say it's Awesomania, it is a mania of everything awesome.
Yeah.
And it's going down. If you need to know anything else, definitely follow me at Twitter. That's the number 4IZE. Hit that 4eyes.com up. That's the number 4IZE. Matter of fact, just Google the number 4IZE and a bunch of stuff will pop up. You'll have a field day.
I love it. Exclusive right here on the Beat Break Radio Show. It is going down.
It's the Beat Break Morning Show with Sean Garvey and the crew.